the race. We're wondering if...
I don't believe you can get through there.
Yeah, okay, over there where Mr. Knuckles is the race itself. It's like an intersection of two highways right here. And it looks like over time the stream has, rather than following the race, has cut right back across it again in its natural channel. Probably what's happening. Yeah, we're getting into some thick stuff here. Much of a thicket here. We're not going to be able to get through, so we're going to have to go where the stream cuts across. And go back down toward the river here. Just follow the stream. Again, the race looks like it's too much of a thicket here, so we're going to have to break out of it and follow this natural stream that cuts across it and get back down toward the river.
They were found together, so I don't know why they... He must have had his... You tell me, I'm not a zoologist. I'll ask Dr. Fisher. But these are what the beavers leave behind, skinned sticks where they took all the bark off of them.
And you found them all
in a
together?
little pile, just like that, right near where the beavers live. Why am I putting a stick in there? I mean, why am I putting the flies? What good do they do? Or do they do anything?
Contrast?
Right, no, that almost contrast with something else. How, you know.
We're a couple of 100 yards farther downstream now, and we have lost all trace of the mill race. We're in sort of a floodplain area that obviously gets silted up often and a lot. It's just sort of a tangled thicket through here of sandy bottomland that obviously has had a lot of water flowing over it from time to time. Looking upstream here now. Looking back downstream as we turn to the right here. My back is to the river at this point. Looking back upstream again now from another 200 yards downstream, we can see the trace of the mill race again now. Picked it up again. But, as often as we turn back and look in the other direction, it becomes somewhat obscured back in here. Thickets. You can see that there's a valley back in there, but kind of hard to see much of what's going on. Section of the mill race about to move into the really broad part right down here in front of us now. So you say some of the timbers in here are from the old bridge structure that washed out upstream?
That's what Grandpa said.
Okay, so that's Reverend Sam Stone's brother. What's
Fred
his?
Stone.
Fred?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we're looking into the channel here now. I want to follow this channel if we can, see what it looks like and how far it goes.
You did what? Oh, when you cracked it.
Okay, there's a bridge over there. That's the old Mount Airy to Riceville Bridge. Crossing the river here, we're just a few yards over from that mill race that we're in a few minutes ago, but it's in heavy thicket from here, and so it's a little hard to navigate. But apparently that road crossed both the river and the mill race at this point. The north side of the bridge, this is a bridge abutment on the north side of the river right here. The bridge that was abandoned many years ago. There's the south side of the river and the north. And if we follow right back through here, we should find the mill race again right behind it. Well, is this...
it's kind of a valley that goes up through.
Now,
Now, there's some high cliffs up there, sort of, on that side.
On down a little bit.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with y'all's permission someday.
Now, Route 640 pretty well replaces this, is that?
Yes.
Right. And do you have any idea when this bridge disappeared?
No. Most of my information comes from Grandpa, and he's 96, and it wasn't in use in his lifetime.
Okay, so we're talking pre-1890, probably. We found the bridge abutments there for that old bridge that was abandoned many, many years ago. abutments were quite obvious, some rather significant rock work done there to pin the bridge to both banks there. What do you recall of that bridge?
I don't remember seeing this the pier on our side at all. And yet I walked that place or ridden that place, I mean horseback down there. But I don't remember ever seeing those rocks or ever noticing them. But I do remember going swimming out from the other side one Sunday afternoon with some boys, and I got out. We had no bathing suits in those days. I got out and I was up on top of the old pier, putting my clothes on, and down not 2 feet from me was a coiled moccasin snake. And we killed a fella, and we got a catfish about 6 inches long out of it.
So you almost interrupted his meal.
Well, he got
he finished the meal.
He had the benefit of swallowing them anyhow. No, I don't have a recollection of that pier on our side. I just don't. I want to go back down and see it.
Right. You have a little bit of information about that bridge. It was known as
Anderson's Bridge, yeah.
Anderson's Bridge, named after.
Well, Thomas Anderson was a large landholder in that area, and he owned land all along that part of the Banister River.
Okay, and do you know the date of? Do you know the circumstances of construction there?
Well, the only thing I do remember is that in 1802 there was a court order. It's in the county records for authorizing repairs to the Anderson Bridge on the Riceville Mount Airy Road.
So it was there prior to 1802 then.
Yes, it was there prior to 1802, but I don't know how. I haven't tracked it down to see how much prior time elapsed. But my guess is from that bridge predates that mill, of course. I know it does.
Right. So the mill wasn't built until 1830 or so, something like that. I believe it was.
Yeah.
Now you say the site selection for that bridge was a canoe landing. Is that right?
It's described in the county records by saying at the canoe landing on the Banister River, and they were authorized to do repairs there, which leads me to believe there'd be a lot of Indian artifacts around there. That's why I was interested in that site. And there are records, in colonial records, that refer to Riceville as the port of Riceville.
Okay.
It's been there was some traffic on the Banister River by Indians and what have you.
Now, do you think this site here is what you might say the Riceville port site, or was there an entrance back?
I would think so. I think this would be it. Yeah. You know, your speculation, which is puzzling, rather perplexing to find that race, the base of the bottom of the race, is considerably higher than the Banister River at the point where the dam is. I was interested in that observation you made there, and I'm in agreement with you that it's puzzling. There had to be a dam on the Banister to reach that height. It's much higher than I would have expected. Much higher than I would have expected. And it's always possible that they did come back in there to protect that bridge, even to fill in later on after the mill was out of existence, maybe to fill in to keep water from coming down, damaging their approaches.
Right.
I don't know. It's pure speculation.
Well, we'll return to our